Dear friends, in class 11 we are studying trigonometric functions, and in that we are trying to find the values of the trigonometric ratios, that is sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec of all angles, all quadrantal angles. Quadrantal angles I have already told you. If the terminal arm lies, if the initial arm and the terminal arm lies on the axis, any of the axis, then it is called as quadrantal angle. So if you see the measures of the quadrantal angle, they are 90 degree, 180 degrees. When it is 180 degrees, you will notice that initial arm is along the positive direction of x-axis and terminal arm is along the negative direction of x-axis. When it is 270, initial arm is along positive direction of x-axis and terminal arm is along negative arm of negative y-axis. Now we have already studied sin x is equal to b, that is the y coordinate, and cos x is equal to a, that is equal to x coordinate. Now whenever the angle is 0, means initial arm and terminal arm is 0, you can understand from this point the circle was a circle, unit circle, means radius was 1, so you will get x coordinate as 1 and y coordinate will be 0. It means this is equal to, please understand, we have written cos x, this is cos x sin x. So if you equate this, you will get cos x is equal to 1, sin x is equal to 0 for 0 angle, that is for 0 angle. When angle is 0, that is when x value is 0, you will get the ratios. When x is 90 degree, that is the quadrantal angle is 90 degrees, you will notice the x coordinate is cos x and y coordinate is sin x. So you will get cos x is equal to 0 and sin x is equal to 1. When the quadrantal angle is, when this angle at central angle is 180 degrees or pi radians, then you will get cos x is equal to negative 1 and sin x is equal to 0. Reason is x coordinate represents cos x and y coordinate represents sin x. When you go for 3 pi by 2, that is this angle, that is 270 degrees, then you will notice that cos x is equal to 0 and sin x is equal to negative 1. When again it becomes 2 pi, when the terminal arm becomes 2 pi, that is it becomes nearly 0, it becomes 0 only. When after rotation it becomes 0, that is terminal arm and initial arm lies on the positive direction of x-axis, then you will see that cos x again becomes 1 and sin x again becomes 0. Again if you increase by pi by 2. So if this is increased by pi by 2, you will get 5 pi by 2. If it is 5 by 2 radians, then again you will get cos x is equal to 0 and sin x is equal to 1. Then if you go for 3 pi, you will notice that again cos x becomes negative 1 and sin x becomes 0. When you will again rotate it, you will see that cos x becomes 0, sin x becomes negative. When you again rotate by 90 degrees, that is if you rotate 2 circles, that is 720 degrees or 4 pi, you will notice that cos x becomes 1 and sin x becomes 0. Thus you will notice that sin x becomes 0, when the angle is 0. When the angle is pi, please notice, sin x is 0, y coordinate is 0, when angle is 0, it is 0, when y coordinate is 0, when angle is pi, when it is 2 pi, again it becomes 0, when it becomes 3 pi, it again becomes 0, when it becomes 4 pi, it again becomes 0. So sin x is equal to 0 when x is equal to, that is angle is equal to either 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi and so on. Thus we can say that sin x is equal to 0 when x is equal to n pi. Sin x is equal to 0 when x is equal to n pi. In short, n stands for n belongs to integers or n is any integer. You will notice that sin x becomes 0 when x is equal to n pi, where n stands for integers. Now let us see what happens with the cos x. If I will erase this part so that I will get a place to write. Now see, cos pi by 2, cos cos is x coordinate, you can understand. For unit circle, cos x is a x coordinate. So cos x becomes 0 when angle is pi by 2, that is this, or 90 degrees you can say. In degrees it is 90 degrees, in radians it is pi by 2 radians. Again it becomes 0 when it becomes 3 pi by 2. Here angle is 3 pi by 2. Here it is pi by 2, or 90 degree to 70 degree, when it is again increasing and going to 5 pi by 2. So cos x is equal to 0 when angle is pi by 2, when x is equal to pi by 2, or when it is 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. Again if it is increased, or again if it is terminal arm is rotated by 180 degrees, means it becomes 5 pi by 2. You will notice that cos x value becomes 0. Again if you rotate to 7 pi by 2, it becomes 0. Again if you rotate to 9 pi by 2, it again becomes 0. Please note, cos x value becomes 0 when it is odd multiples of pi by 2. Try to understand this. Here x is equal to, I can say 1 multiplied by pi by 2. Then I can say 3 multiplied by pi by 2. I can say 5 multiplied by pi by 2. I can say 7 multiplied by pi by 2. 9 multiplied by pi by 2. And so on. Watch carefully. These are odd numbers. Thus, when x is an odd multiple of pi by 2, cos x becomes 0. Now we know odd numbers are represented by 2n plus 1. Odd numbers. So cos x is equal to 0 when x is equal to 2n plus 1 upon pi by 2. Please note, this 2n plus 1 represent an odd numbers. You already know that 2n means even numbers, where n belongs to integers. When n is an integer, 2 multiplied by n will give us all even numbers, and if you want odd numbers, it is 2n plus 1. So x is equal to 2n plus 1 multiplied by pi by 2, that is odd multiples of pi by 2. If the angles are odd multiples of pi by 2, then cos x value will always become 0. Dear friends, we have studied that. Let us say about other ratios. What happens? Now we know that cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x. Now understand, if sin x is equal to 0 for all the multiples of pi, where n belongs to integers, means n can be negative integer, n can be a positive integer, n can be a 0. So for all integers, all multiples of pi, sin x becomes 0, and if this denominator becomes 0, the value of cos x becomes undefined. This becomes undefined. It means cos x cannot be defined at x equal to n pi. So here cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x, but x must not be equal to. If x is equal to these values, that is 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, then this becomes meaningless, this becomes undefined. Therefore, x must not be equal to n pi, where n belongs to integers. Try to understand this. This becomes meaningless. Now next is sec x. Sec x is equal to 1 upon cos x. So again, if cos x becomes 0, denominator of the fraction becomes 0, and if the denominator of the fraction becomes 0, then this value becomes undefined. It means denominator must not be 0. It means cos x must not be 0, and we know that cos x is equal to 0 for odd multiples of pi by 2. It means here x must not be equal to 2n plus 1, that is odd multiples of pi by 2, where n belongs to integers. N can be any integers, but if it is equal to this, then sec x value becomes undefined. Dear friends, next is tan x. Tan x is equal to sin x upon cos x. Again, we have studied, we know that if the denominator value of the fraction becomes 0, then the fraction becomes undefined. So here, if the cos x value becomes 0, then any value upon 0 is meaningless or is undefined. So this denominator must not be equal to 0. And for cos x to be 0, we have already studied x must be equal to 2n plus 1 multiplied by pi by 2. Here it means that x must not be equal to again 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n belongs to integers. Understand, when it becomes equal to this, cos x value will become 0, and if the denominator becomes 0, then tan x becomes undefined. We cannot define the tan x value. Next is cot x. Cot x is equal to cos x upon sin x. Same reason is there. If denominator value becomes 0, then the fraction becomes undefined, and we know that sin x becomes 0 for all the multiples of 0, pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. So x must not be equal to n pi, where n belongs to integers. N is any integer. Here, if this value becomes 0, it becomes undefined. Hence, x must not be equal to n pi for the cot x value. Dear friends, this is at once bombarded, so you might be feeling difficult. Watch the video again and again. Try to remember these values. I agree that this is difficult to remember. It is not difficult to understand, but it is difficult to remember. So please watch the video again and again and try to remember this.